This video was made possible by Mizizi International, the official African diaspora clothing brand. Visit mizizishop.com for more information. Renowned Pan-Africanist voices such as Professor PLO Lumumba of Kenya, EFF leader Julius Malema of South Africa, former Nigerian presidential candidate Peter Obi, and former permanent representative of the African Union to the United States, Dr. Arikana Chihombori-Kwa of Zimbabwe, were scheduled to speak at a highly anticipated Pan-African political event in Ghana on January 7, 2024. However, the event dubbed the convention was abruptly cancelled, sparking criticism and disappointment from attendees, dignitaries, and observers across Africa. What was this event about? Why has the Ghanaian government stopped it from happening as planned? And why are people criticizing the government of Ghana for the event's cancellation? In today's video, we will offer deep insight into these questions and more. Before we dive into our topic today, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channels and ringing the bell to be notified about all our exciting future videos. In an unexpected turn of events, the New Africa Foundation, the organizers of the convention, a highly anticipated Pan-African event that was scheduled to take place at Ghana's Blackstar Square on January 7, 2024, released an official statement at the last minute, confirming the abrupt cancellation of the much looked forward to gathering. We regret to inform you that the government has cancelled the above Pan-African event, which was to take place today at the Independence Square in Accra, Ghana. We have just been informed of the cancellation of this event a couple of hours before its commencement. We understand the anticipation and excitement surrounding this event, and we share in the disappointment of our supporters. Please be aware that this situation is and was beyond our control. The statement read. The politically affiliated event, which was approved in November 2023, sought to bring together thought leaders in Africa including Professor PLO Lumumba, Peter Obi, Julius Malema, and others to speak on key challenges confronting Africa's development. The convention was also speculated to be associated with unveiling the leader of the new force political movement, a nascent political movement spicing up Ghana's scene with social media-driven campaigns like the Man in the Mask and calls for youth inclusion. Though unregistered, shrouded in some controversy, it's tapping into dissatisfaction with current parties, attracting young Ghanaians, and stirring debate about alternative voices and approaches to the country's future. Consequently, the announcement of the abrupt cancellation came as an unpleasant surprise to the patrons, journalists, dignitaries, and thousands of attendees who were present at the venue, eagerly anticipating the unveiling of a potential new leader and a transformative political agenda. The sudden cancellation left everyone puzzled with conflicting accounts emerging about the reasons behind the last-minute decision. While some contend that the gathering was stopped by the police and national security acting on government orders, others assert that some speakers, including Dr. Arikana Chihombori-Kwa, failed to turn up, leading to the event cancellation. The Office of the President's Diaspora Affairs Directorate offered an explanation for the sudden cancellation of the Convention 2024, saying the decision to revoke the permission was prompted by the emergence of an unforeseen state event scheduled to take place at the Blackstar Square venue at the same time. The Office of the President's Diaspora Affairs Directorate also revealed that the 10,000 Ghana cedis paid by the organizers for the venue's use would be refunded and apologized for any inconvenience caused. However, this so-called clarification from the Office of the President's Diaspora Affairs Directorate did little to assuage the disappointment and skepticism of all interested parties. Many are questioning how the event, which received official approval from the government of Ghana itself in November 2023, had now somehow conflicted with an unforeseen state event scheduled to take place at the same venue and time. The presence of several armed military men and police who manned the entrance to the Blackstar Square, preventing entry to members of the public, also raised a lot of eyebrows, with many questioning the need for such force in preventing a simple Pan-African event from taking place. Hours after the cancellation, the leaders of the convention organized a press conference at Cantonment. Professor PLO Lumumba said, "We came to Ghana to share a message of hope that Africa needs at this time. And there's no better place to begin that message than Accra, Ghana. It is in Accra that Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah, almost 67 years ago, spoke to the world and said, "Independence of Ghana is meaningless until it's linked with the independence of the African continent." He added that 67 years later, they were gathering in Accra at the very spot where Ghana's founding fathers had stood to make declaration, but they were strangely stopped. Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, however, said, "The message will be served as the journey of hope continues with the youth." The timing and nature of the convention's cancellation, as well as the subsequent comments from the event's organizers and the office of the presidency, have led many to believe the Ghanaian government, currently led by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is on a mission to quell dissenting voices, compromising Ghana's much cherished democratic values. It is noteworthy that the event was also touted to be the platform that will officially unveil the face behind the fast-rising opposition New Force movement. So the fact that the entire event was cancelled so abruptly reflects poorly on the government. Already, the spokesperson for the New Force movement, Belgian businesswoman Shalima Nabusi, has been arrested and re-arrested and even had a residency permit revoked by the Ghana Immigration Service. Many view this as a thinly veiled attempt by the Akufo-Addo government to simply frustrate political opposition. Currently, there are conflicting narratives. One on hand, the government of Ghana claims the convention was cancelled at the last minute because it conflicted with a state event scheduled to take place at the same time and venue. On the other hand, even though the event's organizers acknowledged the cancellation in a statement, they did not corroborate the government's narrative of the convention conflicting with a state event scheduled to take place at the same venue and time. Although there is a lot of confusion, the abrupt nature of the event's cancellation, the anticipated unveiling of the face behind the New Force movement at the convention which never came to fruition, the presence of heavy security at the venue to stop people from entering, weak explanation from the government, and historical occurrences such as the arrest of some of the New Force's top brass, lends more credence to the speculation that the Ghanaian government is trying to quell dissenting voices, raising concerns about potential infringements on freedom of association and free speech in the country. Your perspective matters. Do you think the Ghanaian government is guilty of deliberately suppressing free speech and freedom of association to quell the opposition? Share your insights and thoughts in the comments below. For continued updates on global affairs and diplomatic development, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa channel. Stay informed, stay engaged. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more insightful content in the future.